all for the purpose of fulfilling prophecy. You know, that's why it happened. That's something else.
Galatians 4:31. So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free. You know, and originally that's talking about Ishmael, right?
Ishmael and Isaac.
And Isaac. And Isaac was made to be a nation that's going to be a servant. But we weren't. We're a nation made to be free under the authority of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, which is true freedom, man. To be a joint heir in the chosen nation. That's the true freedom, man. When all these 17 other nations are going to have to answer to us, man. So we're spiritually free. Through the Spirit, we're set free, man. And all these other people, they're gonna have to serve us. But right now, we're going through our punishment, man. We're going through our chastisement. Okay, Lord willing, if we're the elect, this is only a chastisement, and the 2/3 they're getting their punishment, man. And the fullness of that will be in the thermonuclear missiles to hit America. Okay.
Deuteronomy 28:65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
But yeah, amongst these nations, you should find no ease, man. You don't find ease in the workplace. When you go to work, you deal with more bullshit than you deal with at home. Yeah. In some cases, you know. Yeah. In some cases, but these jobs that these people got cause people to croak, man, early. Like, you go see your, like, I went to go see the probation officer the other day, yesterday, matter of fact, and the nigga women sitting behind the desks, they just look like hell, man. They're fat, ugly, they don't have no hair. You know they got all kind of like ailments. You know they're unhealthy. All because they don't eat right. And another thing, like these women that work in the healthcare industry that call themselves nurses or, you know, LPNs. Why is it that these women, I ain't even gonna say women, these whores, they look like shit and they're fat and disgusting, but you gonna save my life though.
Sure.
Right. You gonna save my life. But you
can't even save yourself.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. That's crazy, man. That shit really hit home yesterday. I was thinking about it. I was like, that's crazy, man. You know, them hoes is under mental oppression because they think that they're really doing justice. They think they're helping somebody, but they're destroying themselves, man. You know? Dumbass Edomites, man.
Well, he condemned himself. Yeah. Proud to be white, he said. So that's good.
That's a double negative. You're proud and you're white? Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's not even cool, man. This is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Yeah. The Most High, we are yet this day in our captivity, under the hands of the so-called white man, where the Most High allowed us to sojourn, all for the purpose of paying payments, to pay taxes. All right, you go to work, you slave hard for the so-called white man, which I mean, brothers in the truth, we don't, you know, we do what we got to do, but we ain't on some overachieving shit, you know, towards the truth, yeah, you know. But that, you know, it comes with balance because you don't want to be over righteous, you know. But we do, you know, seek the Most High 10 times more. But these niggas in the world, they're overachievers for Esau, man. All right, but that's retarded because the scriptures say we came over here to be subject under payments. That's why majority of your damn check is taken away or proof be gone right before you even see it, man. You know, because that's because the Most High told us that would happen. We'd be subject unto payments. Go ahead.
according to all the iniquities of our fathers.
According to all the trespasses of our fathers. All right, all the iniquities that our foreparents brought upon us initially, themselves and us, which we are them. All right, that's why we jacked up in here in America, and these damn Edomites is ruling over us, man. Look at these damn happy-ass devils, man. Ain't got shit better to do but patrol the streets of Babylon. All right? Man, this place is fucking sick, man. This shit should piss you off, man. And if it don't piss you off, well, good, man. Because Most High gonna destroy your ass. All right, go ahead.
Which departed from the Lord our power.
Yeah, our people, all right, departed from the Lord our power, man. Wanted to worship idols, man. You wanted to worship gods that have no life. So that's why the Most High brought you over here, took away the knowledge of the scriptures from you, right? Let the weakest of the heathens rule over you. Then the Most High, once the Most High blinded your mind, caused you to forget your heritage.
So like, I think I just saw a bitch eating a stick of fucking chorizo, man.
Yeah, that's
what?
Yeah, that little crackhead bitch.
Yeah.
Eating a stick of chorizo?
Like,
not cooked?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should look raw.
Oh
the
my
package.
goodness.
Yeah, it looked like chorizo.
It might have been a sausage, but it was really red, and I know that package, man. Come on. You know, it might have been a Hormel package, but or Hornell, whatever it is, but
that's crazy. Hey, Jake, we be cooking chorizo and egg too.
and beef.
Yeah.
They got beef and they got pork.
Beef chorizo.
that shit. Uncooked.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
It's hard enough to eat that shit alone,
Yeah.
but it's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta add egg to
egg
it.
to
You gotta add egg to that shit.
We were just talking about that, man.
Yeah.
The red meat.
Right.
And you got to like, I don't know how brothers cook theirs, but I cook the chorizo, and then what I do, I cook the chorizo first, then I cook the eggs, scramble the eggs, but right before the eggs is done, that's when I fuse them together. So the eggs get a little bit of cooking along with the chorizo that's already cooked, you know, so they kind of like fuse together. I mean, that's just me, you know.
I just throw my eggs in. I cook the chorizo first and then throw the egg, scramble the egg, and then throw them in there. You know what I'm saying? Cook it like that.
I cook mine, and then I throw my egg in there and scramble the egg with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I like, you know, I don't know, because of me, it's kind of like the eggs be kind of
Contaminated?
No, not contaminated.
Because it's the same thing either way.
Yeah, I know, but I like, the eggs don't be like, you can tell it's eggs, but you can't tell it's eggs. Like, I like fluffy ass eggs.
Oh yeah.
And then chorizo, I don't know, man.
Well, it's kind of like apples and oranges, because I remember in chemistry in high school, we had s'mores with the Bunsen burners, and the project was to see if it would taste different if you put it in a different order. Graham cracker, chocolate, marshmallow. In what order did it matter? You know? And this one bitch, this Edomite cheerleader was like, yeah, I can totally taste the difference. I'm like, it's the same shit. You biting the same shit. Like, what does it fucking matter, man? This shit is the same. Like, now with the eggs though, that could, you know, texture is affected.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is, the texture. I just like the texture of, you know, I can taste like an actual egg more than, I don't know. We got, yeah, whatever.
Baruch 4 and 6. This is not a preset to chorizo, by the way.
Yeah.
Baruch 4 and 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
Yeah, we were so, Slack, before you say that, I was getting at something. So the Most High brought us over here to be subject to payments, to serve slavery to the so-called white man. Then what he did was, the so-called white man, all right, at the hands of the so-called white man, the Most High caused it to where we lost our heritage. We forgot who we were.
You should talk about the white man, it ain't nice.
Why is it not nice?
Man, forget that. You're
Go
evil.
on to turn up, man. Go on to turn up.
Show us evil. Show it. Let that demon come out you, girl. Let that demon come out. Don't hide that demon. See, these people are full of shit, man.
Yeah, man, you gotta have a little fun, man, because you be out here just vexed all the time, man. You know, you gotta have a little, just a little fun, man, you know? And the truth is fun, man.
That's right.
You know?
And that's balance.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, we scream on these people, but you know, you get a little laugh every once in a while.
Not every instance of someone saying, you know, they're not wicked, needs to be a rah-rah situation.
Yeah.
Like you just saw right there, hey, you know.
She knew she was wrong too.
She knew she was wrong.
You know,
That's why she started laughing about it. Like, show us what your evil is. Show us what your evil is, man.
I thought she was
See
going
that
Mighty
nigga
Morph.
I thought, you know, I'm thinking she's gonna pull a knife out, you know, because that's the norm.
you know,
Women pull
yeah.
knives out here. That's the norm.
Hey, but so, you know, we went into slavery, subject to payments. We forgot our heritage. Then, once we forgot who we were, the Most High made it to where the white man actually gave us jobs, right? So here it is, Israelites got jobs, and we was like, oh, okay, the so-called white man is not that bad. Well, what's he doing? He's pulling that shit away from you. He's snatching them jobs away from you. And that's like the slap in the face, man. You know, it's funny. For us, it's funny. But these people out here, our people, the nation of Israel, 2/3, that's gonna be hard for them to cope with, man. You know?
And you know, and that's why you have to be an adaptable person, man. The scriptures tell you to know how to answer every man. You know, to always give an answer, you know, as much as lies within you. You're supposed to be an adaptable person because, you know, in this society, the most successful people are those that are adaptable and who endure chastity. Like a lot of these self-made millionaires went through the biggest roller coaster you will ever hear of a life story, man.
Hey, the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and that's us. We're in the pursuit of happiness, man. And we understand that these are the things we got to go through in order to, you know, to try to get paid that penny and that crown, man. This life, you know, when you get into the scriptures and you start seeing the reality, you know, of it, then it kind of, everything makes more sense. Everything becomes easier, man. The hard part is just enduring, fighting the demons off that constantly come on you, you know, whether it be in the form of a personal mental battle, whether it be in the form of those of your own nation coming against you, or even some of those that might have been your brothers at one point. These are those battles that you got to overcome, and the scriptures clearly tell you how you're supposed to overcome them. You know? So here we are in this day and age, and everyone thinks the white man's your best friend, man. What about Katrina, man? What about slavery? You think this shit's all good? You got to get out of that zombie mind state, man. Right now, these people on TV always talk about a zombie fucking apocalypse. You're in it. You're in a fucking zombie apocalypse right now. And the word apocalypse just means revealing. To reveal. To uncover. That's what you're in right now. You're in a zombie uncovering right now. You're finding out that all these people are fucking mindless zombies. They don't know two shits about their own constitution or their Bill of Rights, which all that shit's been done away with anyway. But when all hell breaks loose, they're gonna finally know that we were right and they were wrong, man. And it's not us, but the Lord, man.
That's right.
But that's how carnal you people are. You're not even going to give credit to the Most High. You're going to try to give credit to us. And we'll quickly deflect that and say, no, that's all for the Lord, man. Because it was His anyway. We knew He's an austere man, taking what He didn't sow, reaping what He didn't sow, taking up what He didn't lay down.
That shit just is like, you don't see that.
She dressing like a nigga, man.
We was talking about that, bro.
What was that movie?
The dude in Bellevue with the Nikes on and shit.
Was not Jimmy Kimmel, Jamie Kennedy or some shit. where he plays the white rapper in the hood in Miami.
Oh shit.
Malibu's Most Wanted, the female version, man. That's what that was. Malibu's Most Wanted, man. So like
Who was that had we saw?
Go ahead.
No, we saw. What was it? Edomite with some Nikes.
It was an Edomite with some Nikes, and we were saying like 5 years ago you didn't see no shit like that.
Yeah. Years ago you didn't see Edomites wearing urban so-called clothing. You know.
I mean, I did because the Edomites that I grew up around, they were always into sports. So that's all they would be into is AAA, basketball, you know, Boys and Girls Club, 4-H Club. They were all, you know, their parents kept them out of trouble by putting them in, you know, sports and shit. You know, so, and that's how it was, you know, growing up in Eastern Washington. You were either gangbanging, you were in sports, or, you know, you were like, you know, kind of like a nerd or a geek. And the only other alternative was like breakdancing at the time. So, hey, I went breakdancing. But that's, you know, but you know, like you're talking about Edomites and Nikes, you know, they would always lace them up so fucking tight. The shoes look like elf shoes and shit. You know? No swag, man. No style.
Military.
And I'm over here figuring out new ways to set up fat laces on my shell tops and stuff. You know?
Hey, that's crazy, man. Cause I was talking earlier. I was tying my shoes to come, you know, leave the house to come to camp, and I was thinking like. When we wear old school Reeboks, we'd take an extra sock and put it underneath the tongue to make it puffy. I was like, man, only Jake does shit like that. You know, these Edomites don't know shit about that, man. Not that that's something to glory over, that's just showing the diversity of Israelites, man. The former of all things. You know? Was that it on your preset?
No, I mean, you got more.
You look gross.
Baruch 4:6. You were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to Rab, you were delivered unto the enemies.
Yeah, because we moved the Most High to Rab by worshiping other idols, we were sold to the enemies, man.
And yeah, it goes on to say that. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High.
Yeah, what's sacrificing unto devils? Worshiping Caesar Borgia, worshiping Guadalupe and Buddha and all these religions, man. All these ideologies that you learn in school, evolution and all that. By not acknowledging the Most High to be the ultimate power of heaven and earth, you're being an Israelite, all right, not acknowledging the Most High to be the power of heaven and earth, you're transgressing the laws of the Heavenly Father, so you got to be dealt with, man. And that's why we were sold to the so-called white race to come to slavery. And all the nigga women that love crackers, it's Most High gonna deal with you, man.
Sure.
Damn whores, man.
Hey, you think a white male is gonna lay his life down for a black bitch?
Sure.
He'll leave that bitch quick and just re-up and get a new piece. You saw it in that movie theater. The dude left his wife and child, man. And a black dude took up for and took care of him in the time of trouble. And then the dude proposed to her because he realized how fragile life was, and the dumb bitch said yes to a coward, man. So you know her brain's all fucked up. She's like, oh my God, we were in such a bad situation together. I don't care that you left me, but damn, you want to marry me through all that? Like if she's deformed or something because she was in that situation. It's not damaged goods. Nothing happened to her.
Hey, Esau did that. One, because he wanted to get in good graces, and two, he knew if he didn't marry that bitch, put a ring on her finger, she's gonna fuck around and fuck with Jake, man. You know? So hey, these fucking Edomites is cowards, man.
So it just clicked in my mind. It's just get out of there. That's all I was thinking was get out of there.
Yeah.
How you gonna leave your kids like that? How you gonna leave your kids like that?
Try to start crying and shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man. That's crazy. Your kids, they came from your loins, man. And you going, man, we should be able to stone people like that, man. You're supposed to die either for your kids or die with your kids, man. In a situation like that, man.
Especially being in the world.
Yeah, in the world. Yeah, I was just about to flip it to the truth. being in the truth, man, the most, hey, you just gotta have the mindset. The Most High is gonna do what He's gonna do. If I die, I die. If my kids die, they die. You know what it is. You know. But being in the road, you're supposed to be all, you know, a man, a model citizen of society. But pow, 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 and you first nigga out the building. You know, you took the exits that motherfuckers didn't even know they was there, man. You know how like in a palace you got secret exits and shit.
This nigga knew how to get out before he got in. He knew what he was doing.
You know, that's crazy, man. But yeah, continuing on.
No, that's the point. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
What is she offered me to
Yeah. Oh, you already, okay. All right. Grab Jeremiah 31:22. Could you grab Isaiah 32, 9 through 11? All right, now, we just was going over, how Esau's about to cut all these jobs, and all these jobs that's being taken away from, is being taken away from the nigger woman, Israelite women, particularly the nigger woman, and minorities, all right? Niggas, spicks, and wetbacks, and Uncle Tomahawks, alcoholic Indians, because you don't want to be called Hebrew Israelites, so we're going to call you what the so-called white man calls you, coons. All right? You know that niggas. They walk around proud like they some crackers, man.
Yeah.
Obama in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Sure.
Black coat.
I hate motherfuckers like that, man. Them the kind of niggas that they don't want to be around you because they don't want to get sick. But nigga don't touch me. Like they didn't come over here on slave ships. All right.
You said Jeremiah 31.
Small world. 22. 31, 22.
Jeremiah 22. How long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
Yeah. Now the nation of Israel as a whole was backslid by worshiping other deities, so to say. All right. But in particular, this is talking about the so-called nigger woman or the Israelite woman. How long is they just gonna be rebellious? All right. But the Most High said a new thing would come about, being that a woman shall compass a man. So that's why women are esteemed as to a higher degree in America versus in the real period, but specifically in America, women are esteemed on a higher pedestal than a man. That's the way Esau orchestrated this kingdom to be. All right, you got a nigga woman pushing a nigga right here next to us. And this nigga's laughing like it's funny. I never liked women to try to. I remember I beat a bitch up in church because she hit me in the back of the head, man.
Oh yeah,
she hit me in the back of the head. I chased that bitch. She was running around the pews, right? And I was like, when I get this bitch, man, I'm gonna fuck her up. Then she ran down the hallway and there was these double doors, right? And that's what slowed her down, because you got to, yeah. Man, I beat this bitch up, man. And my sister's like, why you hit it, girl? And I'm so furious, fuck that, I don't give a fuck, Which, I mean, truthfully, she shouldn't have put her hands on me, man. And the worst place to put your hands on a Jake, on a man, is from here up. Right? From the neck up.
Yeah, I don't like that shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm fidgety, man. I see something coming out my head, man. I'm like, man, no, I'm fidgety, man. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, man. Alright? But yeah, a woman is gonna compass a man. Women have the good jobs. Women they drive the nice cars. They got damn health care.
They tend to have a better education.
Yeah.
So they get the better job.
Yeah. Better, yeah.
They got the funding to get them there too. The government will give them that funding and the grants to get there. And if you got kids, they'll help you out with child care and daycare at the college. They make this shit easy for sluts, man.
And, you know, and women, they're given to this society too. They want to prosper in this society.
Yep.
The Israelite man is just like, man, I'm just surviving, man. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to make it. Hey, you know, you talk to an Israelite or somebody you know on the road, you ain't talked to them in a long time, you run across them, they be like, man, how you doing? You be like, hey, man, I'm surviving, man. You know, taking it day by day. You know, you talk to the nigga woman, she gonna be, oh, girl, I'm doing good. I got a new job, you know. Trey, he potty trained now. We all dumbass shit, man.
Yeah, like that's news, man. Late breaking news and shit.
You know, because they're totally given to this goddamn society, man. All right, because a woman has capacity man, all orchestrated by the so-called white man. All right?
Isaiah 32:9.
Hey.
Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Yeah, rise up, you women that are at ease. You weave-wearing, cigarette-smoking demons, man. You're supposed to rise up. All right.
It's like a dude.
That's a ginger, man.
Bro.
That's a black ginger.
No, I ain't talking about her. I'm talking about the nigga woman. Yeah. Her hair is as short as this, brother. But she got a damn bun. Literally. I wish the brother could have got that on camera.
Damn, I didn't even see it.
The chick's hair is as short as this brother Ron's hair, right? And it's curly. All right, I'm talking about, she got a number 2 all across, but she has I don't know how she got the damn bun, but it's a weave bun sitting on top of her head, man. That's crazy, man.
Like a Hershey Kiss.
Yeah. She look like a black Hershey Kiss. Oh shit. It's like, man.
Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters.
Yeah, and it's apparent that the Israelite women in society are careless, man. All right, you just walking around smoking cigarettes, wearing next to nothing, loving these so-called white people. All right, just being demons, man. You're obviously careless, man.
Yeah,
eating McDonald's,
sucking on bloody tampons.
Yeah, man, that's nasty.
Can't believe that's actually something in the world, man.
No, right?
That's the new trend that's gonna sweep through the nation.
I didn't think anything could top 2 girls, 1 cup,
Harlem
man.
Shake, new Harlem Shake.
I didn't think anything could top that.
The new flanking Harlem
And then
Shake.
you got bitches sucking their own tampons, man. It's just crazy.
Next thing they're gonna be doing is just eating shit.
Well, they already
did that.
I stand corrected.
They got that covered. They might start eating dog shit. Like, who knows?
Yeah, step brothers.
Yeah.
Put your face in this white dog.
Lick that dog shit. There's dog turd in my belly.
Yeah.
Right. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones.
Yeah, the scripture said your vintage shall not come. Alright, because with these jobs, the nigga woman thinks she's in a position to where she's just untouchable from anything, from any cataclysmic event happening to her, man. Alright? So when you look that word vintage up, it comes from the Hebrew word 1210 but Tazayar, and it means vintage, inaccessible, high. So these women think that they're inaccessible or high from anything happening to them, man. Here it is that their desire is to get a corporate office looking over the city, sitting next to the so-called white man. They know they can't usurp authority over the so-called white man, but they want to be side by side with the so-called white man.
Yeah, they'll have an affair with the white owner of the company, thinking that fucking them is going to get him to the top, and then here it is. You know, he has a so-called change of heart, and doesn't want to cheat on his wife no more, and fires you. And the only reason you got to the top was because you fucked your way there. Meanwhile, there's another dumb black bitch that was able to work her way up. And she's just as high-minded as you.
Yeah.